Hi, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle Reads YA. Today I am doing a book haul. I believe I did a book haul back in January before the mess, and I have acquired some books since then. And I actually really like to film book hauls because I like hoard all my books, and then when I decide to do a book haul, I like see them again for the first time and I'm like, oh yeah, I did buy that. So always exciting. As usual, I will show you the book and then hopefully read the description on the inside so we both know what the books are about. And yeah, so let's get started. The first book that I got, I pre-ordered, so I would get it on release day, and of course it got lost like several times, so whatever. I did end up reading this one, so you'll see it in the wrap up. And that's We Can't Keep Meeting Like This by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Last year I read Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by her, and it was one of my favorite books of the year, so I was very excited for this. And so yeah. Quinn Berkowitz and Tarek Mansour's family have been in business together for years. Quinn's parents are wedding planners and Tarek's own a catering company. At the end of last summer, Quinn confessed her crush on him in the form of a rambling email and then left for college without a response. So basically this has to do with these two families who work together with wedding planning, and Quinn and Tarek had like a misconnection. They've known each other a long time and they've had a misconnection, and this summer they decide to like explore their feelings for each other, and I will talk about this more in my wrap up, but it was just okay. I do like the cover though, so there's something. The next book that I got because it was like $8 and I was like, sold. And that's My Epic Spring Breakup by Kristen Rockaway. I don't know anything about this, so let's read it together. For coder extraordinaire Ashley, high school is all about prepping for college. Her love life, virtually non-existent. She's never been on a date, never been kissed, never been in love. When her plans veer off course, Ashley realizes she might be missing out on her high school experience. Now that spring break is finally here, Ashley vows to have fun and for the first time to follow her heart. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought that this was going to be new adult and be set in college, but obviously I was wrong. However, it's very short, so this is good. The next book that I got I am very excited about, and that is Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. She wrote Only Mostly Devastated, which I really liked, and I read an arc of hers, If This Gets Out, by her and Cal Dietrich, which comes out in December, I believe. I talked about that in my one video. I'll link that up above. But I'm very excited about this. I'm actually on hold for this audiobook from my library. Like as soon as I bought this, it was available in my library. So, you know, whatever. Darcy Phillips can offer you the solution to any of your relationship woes for a fee. Uses her power for good most of the time. Really cannot stand Alexandra Braham. Has maybe not the best judgment when it comes to her best friend Brooke, who is in love with someone else. Does not appreciate being blackmailed. However, when Braham catches her in the act of collecting letters from Locker 89, out of which she's been running her questionably legal anonymous relationship advice service, that's exactly what happens. In exchange for Braham's keeping her secret, Darcy begrudgingly agrees to become his personal dating coach at a generous hourly rate at least. The goal to help him win his ex-girlfriend back. I have heard very good things about this. Very excited to read this. Sophie Gonzalez is quickly becoming one of my favorite contemporary authors, more specifically queer contemporary authors. So very excited to read this. The next book I got because the author followed me on my Instagram and I was interested. So Where the Road Leads Us by Robin Rule. I don't know anything about it, but indie authors are great. This is their chance. Jack is on the verge of leaving for college, but before he does, he wants to track down his estranged brother Alex to find some closure in the wake of their father's death. Meanwhile, Haley has just found out some upsetting news about a friend in Oregon, and she has a small window to go see him before it's too late. Jack and Haley are practically strangers. They share a class together years ago and haven't seen each other since, though they have more in common than they'd ever imagine. And when fate puts them into the same rideshare to the bus terminal, it kicks off an unconventional and hilarious adventure that may lead them to their own true selves and maybe to each other. Romance? Nice. Next book I got a very long time ago. Did this come out in February? I don't even know. That's Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. I always love to support Becky Albertalli, so Becky Albertalli. I have the audiobook for this, which I am very excited about because B.B. Wood from Love Victor, who plays Lake, narrates it, and I love her, so we'll be doing that. And it comes with the signed booklet, so excellent. Contrary to popular belief, best friend Kate Garfield and Anderson Walker are not codependent. Carpooling to and from theater rehearsals, environmentally sound and efficient. Consulting each other on every single life decision, basic good judgment. Pining for the same guys from afar, shared crushes are more fun anyway. But when Kate and Andy's latest long-distance crush shows up at their school, everything goes off script. Matt Olson is talented and sweet, and Kate likes him. She really likes him. The only problem, so does Anderson. Very excited for this. I have been putting it on the back burner because I don't think it was available through my library, so I got it on Audible, and I always just put my Audible things on the back burner, so I'll get to it. The next book that I got was a gift, so thank you, Tatiana. And that is Wildlife by Fiona Wood. She gave me this for having a baby, I guess. It was very nice, so I really appreciate it. Just before the dreaded term at my school's outdoor education campus, two things out of the ordinary happened. A picture of me was plastered all over a massive billboard, and I kissed Ben Coletti. Who the hell do I think I am? I have no idea. During a semester in the wilderness, 16-year-old Sib expects the tough outdoor education program and the horrors of dorm life. But friendship, drama, and love that gets complicated, that will take some navigating. New girl Lou has zero interest in fitting in or joining in. Still reeling from the loss that occurred almost a year ago, she just wants to be left alone. But as she witnesses the betrayal unfolding around Sib and her best friend Holly, Lou can't help but be drawn back to the land of the living. Drama? This sounds good. Tatiana is extremely good at recommending books to people, so I know I'm gonna like this. She's very good at it. She won my Does My Book Club Hate Me video. I'll put that up there. So I just moved and I wanted to check out some local bookstores in my area and found one in Winston-Salem that is amazing, and they have a great young adult section, which, yeah. So I ended up buying 3 books that I didn't need but got anyway. Okay, the first one is Off the Record by Cameron Garrett. I have her first book, but I haven't read it, but I am very excited for this. I feel like I'm really going to like her as an author. I just haven't gotten to her books yet, but I've heard really good things about this one. So here it is. Ever since 17-year-old Josie Wright can remember, writing has been her identity, the thing that grounds her when everything else is a garbage fire. So when she wins a contest to write a celebrity profile for a Deep Focus magazine, she's equal parts excited and scared, but also ready. She's got this. Soon Josie is jetting off on a multi-city tour, rubbing elbows with sparkly celebrities, frenetic handlers, stone-faced producers, and eccentric stylists. She even finds herself catching feelings for the subject on her profile, dazzling young newcomer Marius Cant. Josie's world is expanding so rapidly she doesn't know whether she's flying or falling. But when a young actress lets her in on a terrible secret, the answer is clear. She's in over her head. Sounds really good. I didn't know it was about a writer, so very excited about this. Probably gonna raise it up on my TBR. And I would really like to get back into reading books physically, so let's do that. The next book that I got at that same bookstore is Tell Me My Name by Amy Reed. I read Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed a couple years ago and completely blew me away. I cried. If you know anything about my videos, when I cry reading a book, it's a big deal. So I jumped on getting this. On wealthy Commodore Island, Fern is watching and waiting for summer, for college, for her childhood best friend to decide he loves her. Then Ivy Avelia lands on the island like a falling star. When Ivy shines on her, Fern feels seen. When they're together, Fern has purpose. She glimpses the secrets Ivy hides behind her fame, her fortune, the lavish parties she throws at her great glass house, and understands that Ivy hurts in ways Fern cannot fathom. And soon it's clear that Ivy wants someone Fern can help her get. Very excited for this. She is a very quiet YA author, and the quiet books in YA almost always seem to be my favorite, so I have high hopes for this one. And then finally, the last book that I got at that bookstore was The Unpopular Vote by Jasper Sanchez. I got this because I saw that Mayana on Twitter was reading this and I really liked the cover. So, fatal flaw, once again. So, you know. Vaseline on the teeth makes a smile shine. It's a cheap stunt, but optics can win or ruin an election. Everything Mark Adams knows about politics he learned from his father, the congressman who still pretends he has a daughter and not a son. To protect his father's image, Mark promises to pretend to be a cis guy everyone assumes he is. But when a candidate for student body president inflames dangerous rhetoric, Mark inserts himself as a political challenger. One big problem, no one really knows Mark. He didn't grow up in this town and his new friends aren't exactly with the in crowd. Still, thanks to the countless seasons of Scandal and The West Wing, these nerds know where to start, from voter polling to campaign stops to a fashion makeover. Soon Mark feels emboldened to engage with voters and even start a new romance. This sounds really good. Mayana said it was good, so I have high hopes for this one, and I did not know it was queer, so excellent. I got this next one because I saw that the author on Twitter compared it to Love Victor, and I love Victor, so I immediately ordered it. And that is 1500 Miles from the Sun by Johnny Garzavilla, and I don't know anything about it, so it doesn't have a thing. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, so this does not have a description of what the book was. However, the author on Twitter compared it to Love Victor and said it was a gay teen coming from Texas, or lived in Texas? Texas. So, very excited to read this, and I will keep you updated on if I like this or not, but my friend Amanda just gave this 4 out of 5 stars, so high hopes. This next book I got from Book of the Month, and I have not unpackaged it, and I am not still going to unpackage it, so I'm just lazy. And that's Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. I got this because it was either a TikTok or a reel, and they like described the book and sounded so good, and I needed to get it immediately, and I'm very excited for it, and I don't know otherwise what it's about. Okay. The next book I got because I will always support this author. She's another quiet YA author who I absolutely love, and that's With You All the Way by Cynthia Hand. I loved her last book. Immediate 5 stars. I'm hoping this is another 5-star book for me. Ada thought she had her life together. Awesome boyfriend, happy family, and all the time she needed to focus on her art. But she just caught her boyfriend cheating on her after a humiliating attempt to lose her virginity, and she's had it up to here with her perfect, beautiful older sister trying to give her advice about, well, sex. Even that pales in comparison to what Ada discovers during a family vacation in Hawaii. Her mom is having an affair. Just like that, Ada's whole world comes crashing down, all because no one can stop themselves from falling into bed with other people they shouldn't. Except Ada, who can't seem to land herself in bed with anyone else. Ooh, I'm hoping this is very sex positive, which I love in YA, so I'm very excited, and also the cover, just, yeah. The next book that I got was a birthday gift from my friend Jordan, so thank you, Jordan. He's already read it, so I'm trying to read it so we can talk about it. And that is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid wrote The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and a bunch of other adult romances? I don't know if I would describe them as romances. However, I love her backlist. I did not love Daisy Jones and the Six. So, we'll see about this one. I have already seen like mixed reviews about it, but I am still very hopeful. I believe he gave it 4 stars, but we'll see. Malibu, August 1983. It's the day of Nina Riva's annual end of the summer party, and anticipation is at a fever pitch. Everyone wants to be around the famous Rivas. Nina, the talented surfer and supermodel, brothers Jay and Hud, won a championship surfer and another renowned photographer, and their adored baby sis Kit. Together, the siblings are a source of fascination in Malibu and the world over, especially as the offspring of legendary singer Mick Riva. So, it's another historical fiction, but also has to do with music. So, I don't know. We'll see. The next 3 books I got as birthday presents from my friend Alex. So thank you so much, Alex, for these. I'm so excited. She just went crazy on my wish list, so thank you. The first one is We Are the Wildcats by Siobhan Vivian. Siobhan Vivian is another pretty quiet YA contemporary author, but I have enjoyed most of the books that I've read by her, so I'm very excited for this. In 24 hours, the Wildcats varsity field hockey squad will play the first game of their new season. Though only a scrimmage, they'll face the team who beat them as states last year, so losing isn't an option, but that's tomorrow. Tonight is a team sleepover. Coach wants them in bed by then, and at midnight the girls sneak out to hold their own initiation ceremony. It's a beloved tradition that Coach has tactically permitted the girls to control. Until now. Coach spins them off on a new adventure, one that takes the girls deep into the night. They pull the craziest stunts, the wildest pranks, and their hearts beat faster than ever. I believe this is told in 24 hours, which I seem to really like those books, so I'm very excited for this one. The next book she got me, I'm very excited about, and I know she got it because of the cover, because I know her. And that is Middle Game by Seanan McGuire. It's huge. I think I'm going to tackle this on audiobook, probably. Also, I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's sci-fi, but I still want to try it. I know. Meet Roger. Skilled with words, languages come easy to him. He instinctively understands how the world works through the power of story. Meet Dodger, his twin. Numbers are her world, her obsession, her everything. All she understands, she does through the power of math. Roger and Dodger aren't exactly human though, and they don't realize it. They aren't exactly gods either, not entirely, not yet. Oh no, I'm nervous. We'll see. And then the last book that she got me was definitely, again, because of the cover, because I know her. And that's Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. I have not read her first book yet, but I really want to because it gets like witchy vibes, which I am down with. Be careful of the dark, dark wood, especially the wood surrounding the town of Fairhaven. Some say those woods are magical, cursed even. Rumored to be a witch, only Nora Walker knows the truth. She and the Walker women before her have always shared a special connection with the woods, and it's a special connection that leads Nora and Oliver Huntsman, the same boy who disappeared from the camp for wayward boys weeks ago, and in the middle of the worst snowstorm in years. He should be dead, but here he is alive and left in the woods with no memory of his time he'd been missing. Ooh. That sounds really good. I might save this for October, and I might actually try to do like an actual TBR for October. We'll see. Don't hold me to it. The next book I got, and I've already seen some mixed reviews about it, so like whatever. That's Better Together by Christine Riccio. I really liked her first book, and I know that's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I stand by it and still really like her first book. So I'm hoping that I also like this book. We'll see. Jamie's an aspiring stand-up comic in Los Angeles with a growing case of stage anxiety. Siri's a stunning ballerina from New Jersey nursing a career-changing injury. They've both signed up for the same session at the off-the-grid Rediscover Yourself retreat in Colorado. When they run into each other, their worlds turn upside down. Jamie and Siri are sisters separated at a young age by their parents' volatile divorce. They have grown up living completely separate lives. So this is, I know it's a Parent Trap thing, so I'm excited for it. It has 2 covers, which I think is cool. And like I said, I liked her first book, whatever. And then finally, the last book that I got, once again, didn't unpack because I am just a lazy bitch. And that's Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang that I got from Book of the Month. I don't really do Book of the Month anymore because they like reel me back in with their like, get a book for $10. And then I'm like, yes. And then I don't like any of the books ever. So I'm probably done with that, and I'll save my money for audiobooks that I will like. Anyway, sincerely haven't seen some of these books since like January. So very excited to get into them, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye!